It's a Rural Road Safety Awareness Month, folks, in Western Australia. And if you're like me on two wheels, you just want to get out and enjoy yourself. I would, going by the question here, advise anybody if they're on two wheels, folks, get the right riding gear in case you go for a slide, because this is more than likely chip seal on these rural roads. And just to highlight again, the MotoCAP website, folks, it has researched into this for Australian and New Zealand riders. Looking on the right here, what chip seal is like compared to the asphalt, the CEN rated safety PPE gear that we have for motorcycles, folks. It's tested on the asphalt, not the chip seal. So the MotoCAP website is a good go-to. If you're new to riding, you're about to get your gear, get it so that it withstands the chip seal, folks. Worst case scenario. They also rate gear for breathability, folks. So if you're worried about the gear being heavier, they'll give it a breathability rating as well, so that you're going to be comfortable with it on in the different weather conditions you would have here in Australia, New Zealand compared to Europe. This was me out here yesterday, folks, on the Scrambler. And this is a chip seal road here. As you can see, there's no road markings on this either. And you can tell, even looking from this distance, the surface is really grainy. It's, a very rough surface here. If you came off here, your gear, jeans, jacket, gloves, they're gonna take a big hit on this road surface, folks, compared to asphalt. I've just contacted the council. I know this here is a chip seal road. They have got a resurfacing program ongoing. I'm not sure when I'll hear back from them, but they already had the list of roads out that are getting upgraded and resealed. These rural ones tend to get the chip seal because it's a cheaper option. It's less trafficked, but if you are going to go like far in Western Australia, you're going to encounter these roads, folks. So your best case scenario, get the heaviest gear you can that's going to withstand this here. The good thing about that MotoCAP website, folks, like I've said before, it's rated for safety, and the clothing and gear's rated for breathability as well for our conditions here in Aussie and New Zealand. So definitely worth a look. You can tell from this one, folks, this is an asphalt road here. Completely different road surface. You can see from a distance as well here, even from the bike. Not as grainy, not as rough. If you did come off here, if your gear's European rated, you're going to have a little bit of a nicer slide here. Well, if it's nicer in any slide, but at least you'll be protected, from what the gear's rated as, okay? But the thing to do, folks, is get on that MotoCAP website, get through it, and check out the list of gear that they have tested. If you have any recommendations about stuff, you want them to look at, then the best thing to do would be to reach out to them. I connected with the actual professor that was part of the team that set this MotoCAP website up this morning, and I'm sure they're very receptive into testing new gear and just making sure people are or have access to the correct gear, folks, and they've got the the go-to places that are trusted sellers of this good gear. But as always, folks, any questions, throw them in there. Like and follow for more. Let us know how you're getting on two wheels. If you're new to riding like myself, or if you've been at it for years, I'm happy to hear anybody's comments. And I leave this one with you. As always, wish you all the best. Take care and good luck.